Hey weirdos, welcome back to my channel. My name is EmmaAbe and today I am going to be putting out my rankings for the finals of the BookTube prize. I know, I can't believe we're finally at the finals, but I'm so excited. I'm filming this very late on Friday, so the results are going to be coming out tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'm going to be awake when they're announced, but I'm hoping to attach a small video segment to the end of this video where it's me reacting live to the results. So we'll see. But I figured I'd do like a quick rundown of how I personally voted in this final round. I think it's very important to note that all the books that I had to read for this round, I had read in previous rounds or previously. I didn't really reread anything this round with the exception of Catch and Kill, and I'll explain it when I get there. So I think that this is going to be very brief. I apologize, but that's just kind of where we're at. One last thing before we get started, and that is get registered to vote/vote. If you're in America, our voting November elections for the presidency is coming up. Yeah, get all that started. I know in some states you can still get registered, so get on that. Number 6, I put In the Dream House. Now this is very, very popular with so many people, and I'm so glad it is because it's an extremely well-written book. The author is a poet, so the prose is just beautiful. My thing is that it's just a little bit too fictiony for me. Not to say that I didn't enjoy it, it just wasn't really what I was looking for in a nonfiction book, and in a memoir specifically. I think there's a market out there for people who would enjoy this style of book. I am just not that person. So that's personally why it ranked 6th to me. So then next, I put Catch and Kill by Ronan Farrow. This book I read previously. I filmed a video that has my opinions about this book after I first read it, because I reread it for this round. And so I'm going to insert that, and then I'll follow up with my thoughts about second round reading it. So this follows along kind of the same lines as the book She Said, where it primarily talks about the Weinstein case and what led Ronan Farrow, maybe not break the story, but discover all of the gross, disgusting details behind covering up Weinstein and men like Weinstein, who are disgusting human beings. I understand why this book made it past the first round. That makes sense to me. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't my favorite rendition of this. I wanted to hear more about the lies, spies, and the conspiracy, and I think it was really focused on Ronan Farrow's experience investigating. It felt like this was more of a story about the investigation to find out what he found out rather than what he found out. And I wanted to know what he found out. That, in my opinion, was a little bit of the pitfalls in this book. A part of this that I really liked is that he talks about his own personal experience with his father and his sister. And if you don't know, his father's also a butthole because he raped and sexually assaulted his sister. He gets into how he felt a little bit, and a little bit into his relationship with his sister before and after this news came to light. He admits that he didn't really handle it the best. I don't know, I just personally wish that Ronan Farrow would have taken a stronger stance. I understand not taking a stronger stance at the beginning, and you do learn about the lies, spies, and the conspiracies, and you do hear different women's stories. For me, the biggest issue with this book was the focus was just did not think it was gonna be. I think that the marketing around this book was, or at least my perception of the marketing around this book was different than what you got. Now, do I think what you actually got is bad? No, it's just disappointing. So after reading it for the second time, I paid a little bit more attention, I think, and I was very intentional about how I read this, and I still just don't get it. I think it is very well written. It's just, for me, when you compare it to a book like She Said, which I did also read for the BookTube prize that I really liked, I felt like that book just did it a lot better. I just felt like Catch and Kill was very Ronan Farrow-centric. It wasn't really anything about the women and the abused victims. And I feel like when you're telling a story about sexual assault, especially in today's day and age, you really need to center it around the victims. And I felt like this was all centered around Ronan Farrow. I felt you could have changed what he was reporting on and it would have been like the same-ish story. And I felt like that was a disservice, and I would have liked to see the focus be less on himself and more on the victims. That being said, it is a really interesting story about how he did investigate it and what he had to go through, and the fact that he was being spied on and followed is not great, but that's just my biggest gripe with this book. Moving right along, I put Say Nothing as number 4th. And I really, really liked this one as well. I ranked that second in the first round, so wow, it's made it all the way here, which is really exciting. I felt like I liked the other 3 a little bit more. I personally wish I'd gone into Say Nothing knowing more about the conflicts in Northern Ireland and more of the history behind that. While it is a big overview and does specifically focus on the IRA, it was kind of confusing if you didn't know anything, because there's lots of people and lots of like dates thrown at you, and it's a very long time scale, so that can get kind of confusing if you're not super paying attention. So that's just why I put it 4th. So 3rd, I put Solitary, and this one was also very good. I think it got 2nd when I read it. Again, it's a really good book, really solid, and I can't wait to see where it shakes out. I'm going to be linking to all of the videos where I've reviewed these books before in the description below, so you can see more of my full thoughts instead of my kind of chopped up quick version for you right now. Other than that, Solitary was a very powerful book, and I read it in the 2nd round, so it was right before all the protests and stuff started happening in America. I think it would have been better timed if I'd read it later, but otherwise it was really good. Some people said that it was a little bit repetitive. I get that, but I also think that the repetitive of it serves the purpose of showing the injustice and being very honest about what exactly happened. Then 2nd, I placed No Visible Bruises. That one was phenomenal. This one I read in the 3rd round, and I read it actually last, and I believe I ranked it 3rd. It's a very good book. It's a very overwhelming book because it just really makes you realize how much societies do not value protecting women when they are abused, and the difficulties that go into solving these problems and helping abuse victims. But it also doesn't just look at abuse victims, it also looks at the abusers themselves and kind of what leads men to be abusive and violent towards their partners and towards other people. There's lots of really interesting discussions like that. It's a very typical nonfiction book, so if you're looking for something like that and you want to read more about abuse and domestic violence, then go for it. And it's sad, it's heavy, it's intense, but it's also really, really good. The first one is Know My Name by Chanel Miller, and I fucking love this book. It's so good. I wish I had my copy of it, but as you can see, like, these are all the books I brought. Holy crap, this book was so good. It essentially tells Chanel Miller's story of getting justice, or trying to get justice for being raped. It's so frustrating as a woman to see how much the society just doesn't care and will prioritize not ruining a man's life over getting justice for someone whose life has already been ruined by that man. It made me really angry. It made me really sad. I almost cried. It was really good. I also ranked this I ranked the 2nd in the 3rd round of the BookTube prize. So that was really exciting. That was a really good round for books. Know My Name, I did go out and purchase because I was just so moved and just wanted to own that book. I would highly recommend it to anyone who is feeling anything similar to what Chanel's going through, but also if you're wanting to get an insight as to why women don't come forward and what exactly happens when a woman is abused, when one woman endures sexual trauma. Because I think a lot of times that's something that we don't talk about in society, or people just don't know. I think that'd be very helpful for people to learn more about it, because it's a relevant topic and it's an important topic. I think that's all I'm going to say specifically about these books. Yeah, read them all. Hey weirdos, welcome back to my channel. I'm in a little bit of a different location because I'm sitting on my bed. I'm all comfy. I have some hot chocolate here, and I'm just about to watch the nonfiction finals announcement. I'm sorry if everything looks different camera, different lighting. Also, there's like a party going on outside, and so it's loud, so if you hear music, that's why. So I am going to be watching the announcement video. I'm really excited, so let's go. I have it all queued up. Oh, I'm so nervous! Like, I'm so excited. You guys already know my rankings from like earlier in the video, so I have a feeling that some of my rankings aren't gonna be what the final results are gonna be. So let's just continue. Also, I'm very sad that we couldn't have like a meetup this year. I wish we could. That would be so much fun. I would actually have made an effort to like do that. So hopefully next year we'll be able to do that, because that'll be one of the easier years for me.
We'll start with the nonfiction division.
With nonfiction.
And as I did last year, I will just announce the top 3 placers. If you are dying to know who was 4th, 5th, and 6th in each of these divisions, that's available in that PDF results file I told you was on the website. But for now, we're just going to announce the medalists. So in nonfiction, starting with 3rd place.
Okay, so my 3rd place was Solitary.
The bronze medal goes to No Visible Bruises.
That was my number 2.
What We Don't Know About Domestic Violence Can Kill Us, by the American journalist Rachel Louise Snyder.
I'm happy.
In 2nd place.
My 2nd place was No Visible Bruises. So.
The silver medal goes to Say Nothing, a true story of murder and memory in Northern Ireland by the American journalist Patrick Radden.
Okay, that's a really good one too. That was my number 4. Yeah. You guys watched the video, you know.
And the winner of the inaugural 2020 BookTube Prize in Nonfiction, the gold medal, goes to Know My Name, a memoir by Chanel Miller.
I'm sorry, that just makes me so happy, because I felt really disheartened after the results from round 3, because I was like, so many of my like books that I really liked were out, and just Know My Name won. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy that books that I really loved like placed. Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna end the video there. I'm probably gonna cut out a lot of this because you don't really need like most of the intro stuff. But yeah, okay, that was just crazy. Okay, goodbye. I have to go call my mom now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had a fun time, as I did in the BookTube Prize, and I cannot wait to see the results. So, all right, I will let you go. Bye!